here's an image of 3 people I know you'll recognize. The first 3 human beings are on the moon. This is what got them there. This is the Apollo guidance computer display and keyboard interface. It weighs about 70 pounds. It's got a processor that was processor speed of about 1 megahertz and a memory of around 4 kilobytes. And I'd like to contrast that with something that's completely normal now. I've got one in my pocket. Weighs 3.95 ounces, processor speed 1.4 gigahertz, memory of 64 gigabytes, and it cost me around $350. So math fans in the audience will have realized by now that I have around 1,400 times more processing power in my pocket than NASA did back in July 1969. Growth in technology is no longer linear. It's no longer incremental. It's exponential. It's that graph. It's that steep now. And that is bringing about a fundamental change in the nature of information and the way that we do business. Today, we are now living inside a network. So our homes, our jobs, our cars, increasingly our bodies are connected to the internet in real time on a highly, highly individualized basis. And as the digital and the physical world become increasingly blurred, so consumers want to consume our products, not when it suits us, but when it suits them. People want to consume and engage with our brands in ways that maybe don't fit our current business model. We have to be able to adapt and think about it. Technology means that innovation is no longer kind of solely the realm of well-resourced companies. This is an open source car. It was put together by kind of people all over the world who got together and they figured out how to open source a car. You can buy it online for around $4,000. They will ship it to your house. They claim you will be able to assemble it in an hour, which I don't believe. Anyone who's visited IKEA will know that is definitely not the case. But big companies are doing it too. Tesla's a great example of this. Opened up all its patents, made them available to anyone. Anyone could use them. They would not be sued if they used Tesla patents. Why? They believe that the entire ecosystem, including Tesla, will benefit from a rapidly evolving technology platform. And this is best achieved by sharing. And sometimes the best ideas are already within our organization. We just need to set them free. One company that's had a really interesting approach to this is Adobe, the software company. They came up with something called a Kickbox, and it literally is a box. It's available to all employees, and it basically is an idea that takes them through the innovation process, from prototyping, testing, iterating a concept with as little corporate overhead as possible. So you open up the box, and inside there's a credit card. It's loaded with $1,000. There's Starbucks vouchers. But most importantly, there are tutorials that take you through the innovation process. Employees have to become the CEO of their idea. They are in charge, right? They allocate resources and they spend money in the way that they see fit. And a lot of the time when it started, a lot of people in management were like, well, what is this? Is this really going to work? What if people just spend this $1,000 on whatever it is they're going to spend it on? There were huge risks involved with this process. But the executive in charge of this process kind of turned that argument around. He said that if we cannot accelerate the pace of innovation, that is the risk, right? The risk is that we won't exist any longer. You have to give the time and the money to people within the company in order for them to innovate, in order for them to experiment, because the chances are, if you give people in your organization that kind of opportunity, they will rise to the occasion. The purpose of every single piece of technology ever invented isn't the technology itself. The technology is invented for one simple reason, and that is human need. So fundamentally, I think we're going to continue doing what we've been doing for millennia. We're going to be educating, entertaining, exciting, selling to people through making really sort of deep, important human connections. That is not going to change, because fundamentally, it's not about the technology, it's about all of us.